In this video, we will cover what is forms in Angular, what are the types of form in Angular, and how we can use reactive forms in Angular application. This video is in continuation to part 1 of forms in Angular with template-driven form. If you have still not watched that video, then please check the link in description of this video. Forms in Angular is used to handling user inputs in the form of login page, update profile, or to enter the sensitive information, or to perform many other data entry tasks. And in Angular we have two types of form. We already discussed about template driven form in our previous video, and if you have not watched that video, then please check the link in description. And now in this video we are going to discuss about reactive forms, and both form will capture the user input from the view and validate the user input, create a form and data model to update, and provide a way to track changes. Reactive forms provide direct explicit access to the underlying form object model. Compared to template-driven form, they are more robust, they are more scalable, reusable, and testable as compared to template-driven form. They provide synchronous access to the form data model, making creating large-scale form easier. Reactive form require less setup for testing and does not require deep understanding of change detection to proper test form updates and validation. So if you are going to implement a large scale application or a big form, you need to use or you must have to use reactive forms. So let's open Visual Studio Code and see a practical example of reactive forms and how we can use them in our Angular application. I'm using the same project which I used with template driven form in part 1 of this video. And to use reactive forms in our application, first of all, we have to enable reactive form in our Angular application. And for this, we need to configure reactive forms module in application module. So let's open this app module.ts file and add reactive forms module. And also we need to add in our import section. Now the next step is we have to create a reactive form, and for this let's create a new component. So let's open the terminal window. So let's type the command to add a component like ng generate component, and let's give him a name as reactive form, and let's skip its test. Actually we are not required the spec file right now, so for this skip test and also go with the inline style and press enter. So our React form has been created. So first of all, let's open its HTML file and just rename it to reactive form. And to save some time, let's copy our existing code from our template form and paste it here, and we will make the changes whatever we require to convert it to a reactive form. So let's open our template form and copy this form first of all and paste it here in our reactive form component, and also the source code we have written, this method, let's copy it and also paste it in reactive form ts file. So first of all, in our reactive form we are not required to use this local variable. Instead of this we will use form group, and for this we will write it within a square bracket and type form group and then the name of the form, which is registration user form. And the same way we have to submit the form like we submit in a template form, and call this method user registration and pass the name of the form. And rest of all the things are same. Instead we are not going to use this ng model and this name tag here. And instead of this we will use form control name and give him a name like first name, and the same way we will use it for the another input variable and set their name as last name, and here email ID. And here with this button you already know that we are using this disabled feature till user did not fill all the input text fields. Also, when we are using this form group, then we have to declare a variable type of form group with the same name of this form. So let's copy it and open our source code file and declare a local variable here whose type should be of form group, and also we need to import it from Angular Forms. From here we are submitting the form to this method user registration, and here the method we copied from template driven form, that form is received ng form type of form values, but here we have to receive form group. And now let's save all the changes. Let's remove this console and add a new terminal here, and let's execute ng-serve command. So let's open our browser, and here we can see the template driven form, whereas it should be a reactive form. So here, because we are using the same project for template driven and for reactive form, so here we need to remove the calling for template driven form and replace it with our reactive form. So let's copy its selector and app component. Let's save it. Also, let's close the template driven form files. We are not required here. And also let's close this app component and this app module as well. So now the form of reactive form looks similar to our template driven form, but here what is different from template driven form is, in template driven form we are using ng form and using a name property with ng model, but here we are using a form group and form control name for this input field. So what is form group and what is form control? So let me explain you. Form group track the value and validity state of group of form control instance. It aggregates the value of each child form control into one object with each control name as the key. Here we are using each control a unique name using this property form control name, and all of its child, which are actually a form controls, combined in a single object under form group. Form control actually create a new form control instance and is used to get and set value and validation of a form control for each single form control, and it track the value and validation status of an individual control in the form. Now let's try to put some information and submit this button. So for this, first of all, let's open the developer option and open our console tab, and you can see that we received an error before we submit any value, that form group expect a form group instance, please pass one in. Like they are giving example that if you are using your form like form group and pass its name, then it should instantiate with instance of a form control for each control you are using here. So for this we have to use it under constructor, and let's copy this suggestion, and here they are using this my group, but the name of our form is register user form. So let's use this as registration user form, and also we need to import form control from Angular form library. Now like we did this for first name, we also have to do the same thing with last name and email ID. So now let's make copy of it and replace it with last name, and here email ID. This keyword should be same as we define the form control name, because here we are creating an instance of each control of this form. So let's save all the changes. And you can see that we did not receive any error, and now our disable functionality is working correctly as expected. Now let's fill some values here. Mark Smith, and let's give him an email ID as marksmith@gmail.com. And when I click on this register button, then it submit all the values in our server side code which we have implemented here, and it display all the values in console because we are displaying all the values here using console. And when I submit it, it automatically reset the form. So if you notice that the only thing which changed it from a template form is that we have to use form group and form control. Here if we go with the validation, you can also specify the validations, because I discussed is that form control which also help you to create validation on a form. So let me show you a basic example of validations here. Like if you would like to define a default value for this control, then you can define it in between these, and let's say it that John, and you can also specify that it's a required field validator using validators or as validators, and which we need to import from Angular form itself. And here we can specify it required. So what type of validation we can use with this reactive form, I will describe all the validation in our next videos where we discussed about validations in form in detail. So here we have a question that why we are instantiating all of them in constructor, why not in ng on it? Because whenever this component is instantiate, at the same time we require to add all the validators and all the default values if required in this form. So constructor is the best place to initialize all these values. Using the same way, we can also use the form builder. Form builder help to develop the form along with their initial value and their validation. If we are working with a very big form, then it's a good practice to use form builder. It provides synthetic sugar that shortens creating instance of form control, form group, or form array, and it reduces the amount of boilerplate needed to build complex form. So let's see how we can use form builder to initialize form control with form group. So for this, first of all, let's comment all this code and let's inject form builder within our constructor. Form builder, which is a type of form builder, and also let's import it from Angular Forms, and here let's create an object for our local variable registration user form and pass a group of form builder dot group and pass all the values here, and at initial level let's pass it as a blank array. Now what form builder will do, let me explain you here. Form builder provide synthetic sugar that shortens creating instance of a form control, form group, or form array. So here it reduces the amount of boilerplate needed to build complex form. Also, if you are not going to inject it, you can also call it like, let me show you another example of this. There are multiple ways to call it, and you can call it like. If you are not going to inject it, then we have to create an object of this form builder, new form builder, and then group it with all the form controls. You can also create their object as well here, new form control, and everyone has their specific meaning and have their specific functions to execute with these reactive forms. So let's save it and let's pass the values here, Mark, Smith. So let me pass the default value here. Mark will be automatically added to this first name. You can see here Mark is already added here, Smith, and then marksmith at gmail.com, and you can see the values we received in our console. And this is all about the reactive forms in this video tutorial, and you can expand this form according to your requirement. So we have covered what is reactive forms in Angular and how we can use reactive form in our Angular application. So if you have still any confusion or query, just write a comment in the comment box, or you can also write to me at wavetutorials@outlook.com. I also request you to, if you have still not subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe to it. And if you require the source code of this session, then please check the GitHub link in description. My name is Naveen, and thank you for watching this tutorial.